So here we are at Snetterton, round 4, 2017 championship. It's very wet today, so hopefully it's a good opportunity for Will to get used to some wet weather tyres and actually understand how they work. Good opportunity. It should be dry for the rest of the weekend, but let's see how we get on today. So Will's just going out for his first session of the day. It's very wet and damp out there. The guys out there before were riding out there. We were watching them, they were going very slow. Still see probably quite greasy and nasty out there. But here he comes, and hopefully he'll have a good session and ride well on the wet weather tyres. So Will's done his first practice session. It seemed to go very well. He picked up speed, he gained time on every lap, and yeah, we're very pleased. He seems to be getting a bit more used to the wet weather tyres. Here we go, second session of the day. It's still raining. It's been very consistent actually, and it's been very wet and greasy out there. So again, it's going to be some good wet weather practice, and we'll see how he gets on. So that was another good session. Very wet, very consistently wet out there. Will's lap time seemed to be again dropping and getting faster and faster, and he seems to be growing in confidence on the wet weather tyres, which is exactly what we're hoping he does. So Will had a good session last time. In fact, he overtook some of the really fast guys ahead of him as well. He was lapping very well. So he's just going out now for the third session, which is the final session of the morning. It's still very wet. It's still quite consistently raining. So you know, he's got to get a bit more practice on the wet weather tyres as well. So there was a bit of a stop-start session. Somebody fell off and they stopped it, and then they started again. So, but Will's back safe and sound. You know, getting some more experience out on the wet weather tyres, and all seemed to go very well. So very pleased. Lunchtime now, so we've got a bit of a break before the next session, and time to go and sit somewhere warm and dry and eat some hot food, hopefully. So we've just had a really heavy downpour, and it was very, very wet. So it just happened just before Will was about to go out. So we've decided that we're not really going to gain much from sending him out in this session. So we've decided to skip this session, give him a bit of an extra break, and we'll send him out hopefully later. So hopefully we'll get a break in the clouds, and it will stop raining and start drying out. But of course it may remain wet. So Will is just about to go out in the fifth session of the day. It's still very wet out there. It's not raining at the moment, but it's still very wet, and there's a lot of standing water. So you know, he's going out there to obviously get used to the wet weather tyres and get used to the circuit again as well. So let's hope it goes all right, and that he stays on the bike and it's all successful and lovely. All right. Well, so Will certainly had some fun in that session. It looked like him and two other riders pulled away from the rest of the pack. They were just a lot faster than anybody else, including, you've got to bear in mind there's some 1000cc's out there as well, and they were just absolutely flying and had a really good session. Fastest lap was a 2:31, which is actually 29 seconds faster than he went earlier today. So that was it was very impressive. It's almost like it's a shame it's not going to be wet tomorrow. Well, maybe it will, who knows. Anyway, one more session to go So Will's going to miss the last session of the day. We made a choice. As you can see, the track is still very, very wet. He's been putting in some cracking lap times. We feel there's nothing to gain. We're not going to learn any more by him going out again. But actually, we potentially could lose a lot if he does come off. And so we thought, well, why not? Why take the risk? Why not just go straight down to scrutineering and get ready for tomorrow? So that's what we're going to do. It's been a really good day. Will certainly found his wet mojo. So and we're going to hopefully we might get some wet tomorrow, but it looks like at the moment it might be dry. So we'll see in the morning. So Will's taking two crash helmets down to scrutineering because he's running one for dry weather and one for wet weather. One's got a clear visor, one's got a dark visor. So the sun has made an appearance right at the end of the day. The bike and Will have been through scrutineering now. The bike did, in scrutineering, they did pick up on the fact that we did have some loose nuts on the rear sprocket, which these mini twins, being a twin, do rattle and vibrate quite a lot, so nuts do come loose. So we're pleased they picked that up, and we're fixing that now, and then we should be all ready for tomorrow. So